اوكي يا شباب، يبقى automatically كده once I say here these findings يبقى automatically I was referring to what? To some findings here. يبقى logically if I start the sentence here by saying these findings يبقى I should have findings here. Do I have any findings here? يعني does the sentence before offer or provide or show or tell me about findings? لا, these are not findings. These are levels of what you see here in 2014, 54% to 50%. These are levels of support given to the students. But although these levels are impressive, more companies should consider helping employees pay for education. I'm not talking about findings, خالص. What did you do, ya Omar? What was your answer? Omar?
ايه ده، هو الانسر سي؟
Yes, the answer is C.
اه يعني انا عاملها صح، انا كنت فاكرها غلط، كنت فاكرها دي.
Oh my God, I wasted my time. I'm sorry. 35. 35 يا شباب. Rudy, you are the one who asked
لا
for
عادي.
35. Okay, يا حبيبي, no problem. At least I explained something here that you will need later on, inshallah. I will tell you later what to do with this rule here. طيب, you will definitely encounter
ثانك
it
يو.
later. You're welcome, حبيبي. Good luck. طيب, 35. We start from although these levels are impressive, more companies should consider helping employees pay for education because doing so helps increase customer satisfaction. Remember when we said some questions ask you for a sentence function, not a sentence structure. What function is the test maker looking for here? Is asking you to provide the choice that most effectively establishes the main idea of the passage. As I can see here, the main idea of the passage, and even from the title of the passage, is that an employee benefit that benefits employers. So the employee benefits and he or she benefits the employer. And the employer should provide, or the companies should provide their undergraduate students to pursue or to study by supporting them with tuition fees. That's the main idea of the passage. Let's see here, increase customer satisfaction. This is not the focus of the passage. This is not the main idea of the passage. The main idea of the passage, attract and retain employees. It's about employees. If you remember here, we have companies, employees. It's about working for people and provide the companies that provide their employees with tuition fees to pay for schools or colleges in order to retain them. Retain means to keep them, attract and keep employees. This is the main idea of the passage. That's why, Rudy, my answer is D. Clear, حبيبتي? Okay, honey. Okay. You're welcome, honey. Okay. 36, 7. Do you have any problem here? 36 or 7? No problem here? Okay. 38, 9, 40, 41. No problem here? Okay. 42, 41, 43. Sorry, 42, 43, 44.
42 قصدك يا مستر.
Okay, حبيبي. Okay, 42 يا شباب. Let's go to it. بسم الله. As usual, we start from the very beginning of the sentence. We don't read only the underlined portion. We have to take the sentence from its very beginning in order to understand how things are working. Businesses have succeeded in minimizing and keeping down. Don't you see any redundancy here, يا شباب? To minimize is the same as to keep down. Remember, when we said redundancy is repeating the same meaning in different words. Minimize is the same meaning as keep down. So this is redundancy. I will not take A. Let's check B. Minimizing costs associated with employees' coursework. No, it's awkward. Being effective at keeping down costs, not the correct structure as well. keeping down costs is concise. Remember when we said we look for the concise sentences. Concise means what? It means the word, or sorry, the phrase or the word or the sentence or the structure that gives me the meaning without excessive use of vocabulary words, without too many unneeded vocabulary words, without awkwardness, without wordiness, without too much texting. Clear يا علي? Okay. Okay. Do I have any problem in 43 or 44?
وانا عندي سؤال
شكرا يا
بس هو
مستر.
عد
العفو يا حبيبي. Which one يا علي؟ يا عمر.
40.
Okay يا حبيبي. Let's go to 40 please. 40 is very simple يا فاشل. Okay. Sorry يا عمر. If you don't like the word
ما-
فاشل, please let me know.
لا 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 عادي.
So you like it? Okay, I will never say it again. I wish you didn't like it.
عادي.
Okay يا حبيبي. Okay. طبعا you know I'm kidding. طيب
آه،
40. Okay, let's go back to the
ما
beginning
عملتهاش
of the sentence. Excuse me, you said it's C, right? I will tell you why it's not C. Let's see
اه
the beginning of the sentence. The career of Velair Lincoln, an employee at the aerospace company United Technologies Corporation, UTC, is whatever. طيب. The subject here يا شباب is this word, the career of Valerie Lincoln. And the verb is whatever. What comes in between, remember, what do we call it? Somebody reminds me, please. This part in between the subject and the verb, what do we call it? Remember? Can somebody remind me what this part is called? I write it down for you.
Non-essential phrase.
Yes, non-essential or a positive. Very good. Which should be surrounded with what? Remember? Surrounded with either
Two
two
commas
commas,
or two
yes, two dashes, two brackets. Very, very good, ya Ahmed. MashaAllah alayk. So here I already have the first comma here. Let me erase this in order for you to see it clearly. Okay, here I already have the first comma. What do I need here? The second comma. Where is it? It's here. Can you see it, ya Omar? Okay, that's why the correct answer is D. Okay, anything else? All right, let's start with today's test. Copy 109. Bismillah. We have here in the first question, again, redundancy happens again. Redundancy. The idea of redundancy is tackled or addressed in this question. Starting from the very beginning of the sentence here, at that depth, water pressure suppresses the explosive force of the volcano's eruption, allowing scientists to watch and observe. Is there a difference in meaning between watch and observe? Of course not. Watch is almost the same as observe, in which case I would go directly to B. Why? Because this is the only concise answer I have. It doesn't have awkwardness, it doesn't have wordiness, it doesn't have redundancy. Observe to see, visually watch, all of them are redundant. They have unneeded words. Clear? Fine. Type. I would like to highlight another fact that I have explained a few minutes ago. Can you see this phrase here, at that depth? Does it remind you of anything? Anything I have just explained here? That, whatever, that, this, that, those. Okay. Okay. That, very good, Yarud. Very good. Since I started by saying at that depth, what do I refer to? I'm referring to a depth. So automatically, what comes before this sentence should be a depth, something deep. Despite the hostile environment created by the unnecessary volcano, life is thriving there. Special adaptations are the key to survival. Okay. Ah, yes, here it is. 60 miles north of Guam and more than 1,700 feet under the ocean surface. That's the depth I'm referring to here, because you're going to need this rule in this exam. I remember one or two questions about the use of that, this, those, and this. So again, redundancy makes me go to B. Number two. Okay, again يا شباب, the question here is asking for a function of, oh sorry, it's replacement of a sentence, sorry. So to put this sentence in its correct place, where does this sentence have to be? What's the sentence? The sentence is sentence 5. Let me erase all of these highlightings so that you can see the sentence clearly. Okay, here is the sentence. Oh, there is this as well. Here is the sentence of the question. At that depth, I think I have explained it already. At that depth, where do I have to put this sentence? Where do you think? At that depth, it needs to be added right after the sentence that mentions something about depth. Where's that sentence? Can you find it, please? This is the answer, Yerudi. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Rudy. No, Habibti. It says where it is now, which is after sentence 4. I don't think so, ya honey. So please rethink it. Where is the sentence here, Shabab, that mentions something deep, some depth, so that when I add this phrase after, it would be logical. At that depth, where's the depth? Sentence 1. Very good, yeah. Very good. You see here? 1,700 feet under the surface of the ocean's surface. That's the depth I'm supposed to be referring to here. So in this case, this sentence here should be added here after this sentence, which makes it B after sentence 1. The answer is B. Very good. Right. Nevertheless, or afterward, or furthermore, or similarly. Again, if you remember what we said about transition words or linking words, what we need to do is to understand the link between the two sentences. This word links. The first sentence here says, NW Rota 1 is far below the ocean's photic zone where sunlight drives photosynthesis. It's far below the ocean's photic zone where sunlight drives photosynthesis. Okay. Bacteria supporting a unique food web have adapted to this perpetually dark environment. The bacteria can adapt to this bad or difficult environment. Okay, fine. No, it's not that answer. Yeah, Omar. No, ya Habib. Type. The sentence before is giving me some kind of a negative idea. It's far below the ocean, which is difficult to live in. This bacteria can live in, so which is a contradiction. There is a sense of contradiction here. There is a sense of contradiction, in which case I would go for, what do you think is the best answer here to link two contradictory sentences? No, ya Ali. Furthermore is used when you add extra information of the same level. Correct, ya Ahmed? No, ya Rudy. Afterward is like you are listing events. Okay, so the correct answer is A. Very good. A, because what I have here is not logically followed by what I have here. Here it's telling you that the life there is difficult. Here it tells you that life there is easy for the bacteria that can adapt to this perpetually dark environment. So the correct answer is A as it is, nevertheless, which is like however. Nevertheless is the same as however. And it's using the correct punctuation, if you remember here, semicolon before and a comma after. Number 4, pronoun, him or her. Let's see. I have a question here. I have no idea, yeah, Ustaza Rudy, but I think you're right. Yes, you're right, Yerudain. Yes, you're right. Look, everyone, starting from here, the bacteria have evolved to use hydrogen sulfide instead of sunlight for the energy that drives their metabolic processes. And hydrothermal venting is the source of the chemical soup necessary to support him or her. Who am I talking about here? I'm talking about the bacteria. As it seems to me from the verb here, have, the bacteria is plural, not singular. Not singular. In which case I would go directly to them, since I'm referring to bacteria as a plural word, a plural noun. So I would go for, very good, Ya Ali, them as my pronoun because it refers to a plural noun. So the correct answer for 4 is C. Number 5, let's go back to the beginning of the sentence again. Oh, no, 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 I don't need all of that. Okay. Sweater seeping into fissures in the ocean floor is heated by underlying magma, and the heat drives chemical reactions that remove oxygen, sulfates, and remove other other chemicals from the water. Type. Let's remember what we said about parallelism, ya shabab. Parallelism is we have 3 structures, 3 phrases. They have to be equally structured. If you remember, we said that. Right. What does that remove? It removes 1, 2, and 3. This 1, 2, and 3 need to be equally structured. Here I have oxygen, which is a noun, sulfates, which is a noun, and I need only a noun here, and other chemicals. I don't need the verb remove other chemicals. The word remove other chemicals here, the word remove in this part is extra. It destroys the parallelism, in which case I will have to remove this word. Which option here provides you with this? It is, yes, Yarudi, very good. It is D. My goodness. Yes, correct. Very good, everyone. Thank you very much. It is D. Very good, Yani. In order to get rid of the extra verb here that's unneeded, that spoils the parallelism. 6, Omar, you are the one who's going to solve this one. Omar? Omar, it's yours, ya Omar.
Yes.
Number 6 is yours. Please go ahead and answer it.
C.
Correct, ya Omar. You know why?
Yes, because we used at the first sentence dash.
The first part is a dash, so I'm surrounding the phrase here, which is originally thought to exist only around the undersea volcano near Hawaii, survive. So the subject is Luhish shrimp survive by. That's the sentence. What comes in between is non-essential, as Ahmed said, or a positive, in which case we go for C in order to surround this non-essential part, which is not important for the sentence. With 2 dashes. I have a dash here. I need another one here. I cannot surround a positive or the non-essential with a dash and a comma. It's either dash, dash, or comma, comma. So that's why. Very good, Yamar. Thank you very much, Habibi. The correct answer is C. You're welcome, Habibi. Okay. Right. Number 7, ya shabab. Which choice most effectively sets up the information in the next sentence? Set up is like introduce, provide, paves the way to. Right. What I need to do here in order to pick the right answer is to understand first what the next sentence is about. What information is there in the next sentence? Why? In order to pick the answer that sets this information up. Let's read the sentence from its very beginning here. Shrimp of that species also graze on bacterial filaments as juveniles, resulting from their ability to cope with the anxious environment around them. Fine. Resulting from their ability to cope with the noxious environment around the volcano. So if this part is about noxious environment around the volcano, this sentence will be correct. But let's see what this part is about. They feed on Luwihi shrimp and other organisms that are overcome by the toxic plumes of volcanic gas and ash. They feed on, they eat that kind of thing. I don't think this sentence is a good introduction to this piece of information. Which sentence here, Shabab, do you think is the best introduction to the information that comes in this sentence? I need to have here what introduces this part. What do you think the correct answer is? Remember, they said they feed on whatever. So they eat that, they hunt, they catch, and eat this kind of creature. We gotta have so many answers.
C.
Ahmed, no, unfortunately. Omar as well, no. No, ya Omar. طيب. Look يا شباب. why is it not A? I can see now it's not, this part isn't about the noxious environment around the volcano. Let's see B, but their adaptations are not yet fully understood by scientific economy. It's not about scientific economy understanding at all. Let's see, thriving in an unusual ecosystem that also includes carps, limpets, and prinkles. I see nothing mentioned here about these things. Look here, there's nothing here. But look at this one, D. But as adults, their claws are large enough for the shrimp to be predators. Predators are those who hunt and eat their prey. And that's what happens. They feed on the wehi, shrimp, and other organisms that are overcome by the toxic plumes of volcanic gas and ash. So the correct answer here is D for this reason. I know we might struggle a little in the beginning dealing with such type of questions, but time by practice, inshallah, you will figure out a strategy that helps you deal with these kinds of questions, inshallah, as easy as you are smart. I have messages here. Yes, correct. Yeah, Ali, now it is D. Number 8, ya shabab. Again, type. In combining sentences, look here what the question says. Which choice most effectively combines the sentences at the underlined portion? I have here two sentences. One ends here and the other one starts here. So these two sentences need to be combined. Combined means what? It simply means to make them, instead of two sentences, you have to make them into one sentence type. What do I have to do here? I have to choose or to pick the answer that has no error, that has no mistake, that doesn't have a punctuation error, a grammar error, concision error. It's to the point without excessive use of vocabulary. It doesn't have any kind of error of the errors that I usually correct in other questions. Now let's check the first answer. During an underwater eruption, steam quickly condenses and leaves only carbon dioxide bubbles and droplets from molten sulfur. I see no problem here, so keep it in the possibility options. Let's see B. During an underwater eruption, steam quickly condenses, having to leave. Don't you think it's a bit awkward here, having to leave? I could say condenses and leaves. They are even parallel here, you see? Parallel. I would like to go for A better, but let's check other answers. Condenses, thereafter leaving. Long for no reason. Condenses, and then after this, then. And after this is so awkward. This is so redundant. So go away, D. I like A better. What do you think? No, yeah, it cannot be D. It cannot be D. It is A, because A is the best answer for its concision, it's concise, it doesn't have any error, it's correct, it has no redundancy, no awkwardness, nothing wrong with the sentence. Yes, Omar, correct. A is the best one. And that's what we do, ya shabab. Whenever we're asked to combine sentences, we go for the sentence that offers the best structure. The best structure has no redundancy, no awkwardness, no punctuation error, no grammar error, nothing wrong at all. Everything in the sentence is as perfect as we have to find. Right. In sentence, question 9, where do we start here? This means that the water near NW Rota 1 is more acidic than that of stomach acid. Again, let me remind you of parallel comparison. Whenever we compare things, we have to make sure that the two sides of the comparison are equal, are of the same value. Okay, what are we comparing here, ya shabab? Let's see. What is more acidic than what? That means that the water near NW Rota is more acidic than that of stomach acid. Do we have water in the stomach acid? We're comparing liquid. It should be to a liquid. You compare liquid to a liquid. You cannot compare the water to that water of a stomach acid. The stomach acid is awkwardly, it doesn't have water. It's acid as it is. طيب. Those, of course not, because those is plural and I'm comparing water, which is singular. The acid from stomach, it's an awkward structure. I would go for D because with D, I would have is more acidic than stomach acid, which makes it the correct answer that achieves the parallel comparison. The correct answer is D. Very good, Yali. Very good, Yamar. Very good, everyone. Thank you very much. Now, we have, we discussed it last time, the apostrophe S or S apostrophe or no need at all. Let's see number 10. As the carbon dioxide level in Earth's atmosphere rises, the world's oceans absorb more carbon. What absorbs more carbon? The oceans in the world. How many worlds do we have? We have only one world. One world, not plural. So I would go for either B or C because this is the only, these are the only answers with the singular word of world as a singular noun. Fine. Do we need this? No, we don't need this. So the correct answer is C. Good, ya Omar. Thank you very much. No, ya Ahmed. Correct. No, ya Ali. Sorry. Correct, ya Ahmed. Okay. Tab, what? Oh my goodness. That's stupid. Okay. The correct answer is C. Why can't it be A? For people who think it was A. Look, do you need this? This apostrophe here. First of all, remember when we said whenever you have a noun with an apostrophe, you have to have something possessed by this noun. And this thing possessed by the noun, it's also a noun. Like when I say the car's cover, for example. Okay, Raouf's car, Raouf's phone, my friend's brother, the brother of my friend. Okay, so I have to have a noun after the word of possession here. So this is a verb, not a noun. I don't need the apostrophe here. So the correct answer is C. 11 here. The author is giving you this part and is asking you to add this part. Would you agree or not? I agree if it helps, if it does anything related to this focus of the paragraph. If not, I will go for C or D. Let's check. Here, let's go a little bit before, a little bit after, in order to make or to form a comprehensive idea of what's going on so that I can decide the best answer. I have no idea yet, Ya Omar. Wait, please. Starting from here. As the carbon dioxide level in the Earth's atmosphere rises, the world's oceans absorb more carbon dioxide. What does he want to add? He wants to add, which increases their acidity. Does it repeat anything here? I don't think so. As I can see here, it provides an explanation of what happens. This happens leading to this. It explains the relevance of this sentence to the point made in the paragraph. I see it's right. It helps the reader understand why organisms near NW Rota 1 evolved the way they did. It has nothing to do like that. It does not do this. It does this, I guess. Yes, the correct answer is A. I would accept the sentence, so I eliminated C and D. But why? Here comes the why. Does it do that or that? Does this sentence do this thing or this thing? I think this answer explains this sentence better than the other one. So for this reason, I would go for A. Very good, Ya Omar. Very good, Ya Ahmed. Very good, Ya Ali, Rudaina, everyone. Thank you very much. Now. What's the answer to question 11, please? Do you have a question?
I have a question. Number
Yes,
11.
please. Yes, please, Habib.
Doesn't it say if in the sentence right after sentence number 8, this means that the water is more acidic than that of stomach acid, which means
Redundancy?
increases. Yes.
You mean it's redundancy? Type. Look, Yam, I will highlight the part you think is redundant. Let me erase all of this in order to understand better. Okay.
Mshana.
I know. Sorry, Ahmed. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. Look, Habibi. You mean this sentence? This means that the water near NW Rota. Oh, goodness, how stupid of this. Right. This means, okay, this part. Let's read it together again. This means that the water near NW Rota 1 is more acidic than the stomach acid. presenting yet another challenge to life forms living nearby. Simply, Omar, this sentence tells you that the water in this place called NW Rota 1 is acidic. It has a lot of acidic liquid. The water is more acidic. The water is more acidic. Okay, that's all what it provides you. But this part here explains why this happens. Okay, look here, this part. As the carbon dioxide level in Earth's atmosphere rises, the world's ocean absorb more carbon dioxide. And this absorption of carbon dioxide is the cause of the increase of acidity. Fine? This sentence here explains this. It tells you that this action here, what happens here, is the reason of why this happens. Sorry, this happens. This is just a piece of information, ya Ahmed. It does not give you an explanation of why it is there. It does not tell you why the water near NW1 Rota is more acidic. It doesn't tell you why. It just tells you it is more acidic. But why? The why appears here. Okay? Hello?
Yes.
Fine, you got it, Habibi?
Yes.
Okay, Habibi. Now, gentlemen and young ladies, please, you have question 12 only. Send me question by question, and as usual, please write the number of the question before you shoot your answer. Only 12, please, go ahead. No, ya Rudy, think again, please, Habibti. Dina, remember this, ya Habibti. You didn't see this word. You have to be careful. Unfortunately, no, yeah. Correct, ya Ahmed. Correct, ya Ahmed. Ali, please think again. Guys, don't forget that you have this word here, the word while, which is a linking word, let's say, or a transition. So I'm not going to say more. You have to understand by that. Correct, ya Ali, this time? Habiba and Layla, please. Rudy, look, Habibti, since I have the word while, remember, Rudy, when I said which, when, while, where, all of these words, when they start a sentence, this sentence is not complete. Like when I met you for the first time, this is not a complete sentence. Even here, while fare free policies do increase ridership, still it's not complete. Since it's not complete, I cannot use a semicolon, ya Rudy, remember?
هو انا اجابتي صح؟
Omar, I said yes, ya Omar. No, ya Habib Harti. I don't think you're right. No, ya Omar. It's for the sip. Ya Walad. Now you have a lot of redundancies here. You have and while. Oh, correct, ya Omar. This time is correct. Okay, Rudy. What do you think the answer is now? Very good, ya Ruday. Very good, Omar. Good, ya Ali. Good, ya Ahmed. Thank you very much, everyone. Yalla, the correct answer here is C for this reason, because I have an incomplete part of a sentence here. I mean, I have a dependent clause. While fare-free policies do increase ridership, I can't have anything after this part except for a comma. I can't have a semicolon, I can't have a colon, and I can't have another linking word because I already have the word while. I can't have but, I can't have while, I can't have semicolon. So the correct answer is C. 13, please. Correct, ya Ahmed, ما شاء الله. Correct يا عمر. Correct يا علي. Rudy, Layla, Habiba, please. Okay, let me intervene. You've taken a lot of time. Not surprisingly, let me see who sent the answer. Correct يا Rudy. Very good يا حبيبتي. طيب. The correct answer يا شباب, as most of you said, is B. Let's see why. Not surprisingly, public transportation is used by more people when people do. Don't you see an awkwardness here? People and people? That's redundancy. But look at the structure of B. More people use public transportation if they do not have. They refers to people. So I don't have to say people, people, people. This is repetition, unneeded repetition or awkwardness. So the correct answer is B. 14, please. Remember the punctuation. Do you need a comma or colon or semicolon or what? Where's 14? Yeah, here it is. 14. And also think of the relationship between the two sentences. Does it offer an explanation that require a colon, or are they both complete sentences so I can link them with a semicolon, or what? Unfortunately, no, ya Ali. Unfortunately, no, ya Omar. Correct, ya Rudy. Very good. No, ya Omar. Think again. Ahmed, unfortunately, no. Tayyip, I think I have to intervene now. Giving you a few more seconds. Okay. No, ya Omar. No. Okay. Correct answer, ya shabab, is, huh? I say? Correct answer is B. Why? Let's see. Starting from here. Who said that? Finally, Omar. Okay. Type. Starting from here. In 2013, Tallinn, Estonia, executed fare fee riders for city residents, becoming the largest city in the world to do so. But car use in Tallinn has only declined. What happened? Give me a piece of information that needs explanation.
Mr.
صوت
Your
بيغرب.
voice is not clear.
Sorry.
Your voice is not clear.
Here now.
No. It's not a network issue. It's something with the mic.
What did I do? I didn't do anything. I'm staying the same way I am.
The mic is, يعني, I think it's ruined or something. It's not working at all.
Oh. Okay, Shabab, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you clearly
Fine.
now.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Back to question. Starting here. In 2013, that in 2013 Tallinn, Estonia, instituted fare free riders for city ride residents becoming the, yes. Oh,
Your voice is still
lagging.
there. There's a problem in your mic.
Right. Right. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Is it better?
yes, better than first.
Better than first. Let me check again, please. How about this? Hello? Hello? Is it okay now?
لا لسه بيعلق. تقريبا لعيب من السماعة.
Right, how about this? I changed the mic. How about this?
Decent.
Sorry?
It's decent now.
Good.
Okay. Type this way. Getting better?
Good.
Yes.
Better?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's better.
Fine. Fine. Now, يا شباب, in question 14, as we said, we have here the correct answer is B. Why? Let's see. In 2013, Tallinn, Estonia, instituted fare-free riders for city residents, becoming the largest city in the world to do so. But car use in Tallinn has only slightly declined. Why? What happened? Here's the explanation. And here is why or where they got this piece of information from. As 2014, a study by KTH Royal Institute of Technology in Sweden found that car traffic in Tallinn was down less than 3% since it was enacted. Okay? So this provides an explanation. I would go for B. I cannot choose C because C will cause a comma splice error because the comma will be in between two complete sentences. For this reason, I would go for B. Right. Think of number 15, please.
Mister, why didn't we say no change?
Okay, no change here. Let me erase all of this. Type. Read this sentence, ya Omar. No, ya Ahmed. 15 is not correct. If you read this sentence again, ya Omar, as 2014 study by KTH Royal Institute of Technology, since you have the word as in the beginning of the clause, ya Omar, it's not complete. And you have a semicolon here. Like while and where and when. You cannot have semicolon and an incomplete sentence or a subordinate clause or dependent clause, let's say. No, ya
كده كان
Ahmed. Sorry?
كان ينفع.
Right. Correct, ya Rudy. 15 is correct. Now correct, ya Ahmed. Very good. No, ya Ali. 15 is not correct. Correct, ya Ahmed, this time. Okay. Fine. Correct answer for 15. Okay. No, ya Omar. No, ya Habibi. Fine. What are we talking about, ya Shabab, here in order to refer to it with it? Let's say, as 2014 study by KTH Royal Institute of Technology in Sweden found that car traffic in Tallinn was down less than 3% since it was enacted. What was enacted? What was enacted? I don't see what this word refers to. No, ya Omar. This word here, it, this pronoun, what was enacted? I don't think it was the report or the study or the institute or car traffic. It's not clear. This pronoun here in this case is vague. in which case I would go directly to D because it tells me what was enacted, the policy. It's clear now. I know what was enacted, but that and 1 and 8 are not clear pronouns, so I cannot take them for an answer because they are vague pronouns. Vague, let me write it down. Vague simply means unclear. I don't know what you mean by the word it, what is the antecedent of the word it here? It's not clear. So 15 is D. 16, please. No, Ali, think again, please. Unfortunately, no, ya Omar. No, ya Rudy. Okay, Ahmed, correct. Correct, ya Omar, this time. طيب. What we're asking here, ya Shabab, is the best introduction to this paragraph. The paragraph is about all public transportation systems are subsidized by the government to some extent, but large systems gain a substantial portion of their operating revenue from fares, since systems that go fare free see increase in ridership. They often must operate more buses and trains and hire more drivers and other blah, 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 blah. Instituting a fare-free system can also have a devastating effect on cities' transportation budget. And this is exactly what the effect is. The effect is large systems gain substantial portion of their operating revenues. Revenues means like income from fares. Systems that go fare-free see increase in ridership. They often most operate, and which is a devastating effect on cities' transportation budget, the money they give for this system. So the correct answer is A. It's introducing the idea of the paragraph logically, so I will go for A. طيب 17 please.
انا كنت عاملها ايه؟
I'm sorry يا علي. I'm so sorry يا حبيبي. I didn't see it. Thank you يا علي. Good job يا حبيبي. Good job. Seventeen. No يا عمر. No يا رودي. طيب, let me highlight something. Advocates of fare-free policies claim that the costs of these policies are largely offset by various savings. However, I cannot take however that way because it's not in between. It's not in the middle of a sentence. Correct, ya Ahmed? But a recent study of comparing. Okay. 17. Yes, correct, ya Ali. Very good. Correct, ya Omar. Ahmed, where are you, Habibi? Do I still have you?
Yes, I'm here.
What's 17?
One second.
Okay. Correct, ya Rudy. Very good, ya Habibti. Because this is the only one that uses the correct punctuation. Correct, ya Ahmed. Very good. Correct answer, ya Shabab, as most of you said, is B, because this is the only one that uses the correct punctuation, a comma before a fanboy. The fanboy here is B, sorry, but. So the correct answer is C. Okay. Type 18. Think of the correct use of the style of vocabulary here. What am I talking about? What am I describing in order to pick the right description that fits the text here? No, ya Ali? Remember what we're talking about? A recent study comparing projected results of fare-free policies in different cities found this outlook to be what? We're describing the outlook, the view, the perspective. This time you're correct, ya Ali. Correct, ya Ahmed. No, ya Omar. Yes, ya Rudy. This time you're correct. Habiba and Layla, please welcome us, please. And you are also welcome to participate. Final answer, ya Omar? Correct. Correct answer is D, overly optimistic. It's not pretty upbeat. This is not to something proper to describe the outlook with. So the proper word here is overly optimistic, not looking too much on the bright side, not way too sunny. The outlook is not too sunny. It's overly optimistic. That's clear meaning here. Type 19. No, ya Ali, think again, please. If you need help, please let me know. You need to check the graph, ya Shabab. See what this says and compare it to what's happening here. Correct, ya Ali, this time? No, ya Rudy? Correct, ya Omar. Correct, ya Omar. Correct answer, ya Shabab, is C. What are we talking about? Again, I told you before, whenever we have a question about a graph, we need to take the sentence from its very beginning to decide where to go and look in the graph. Here, for example, in San Francisco, CA. So this means I will go here. San Francisco, CA, this one here. I will look here, okay? So this is my concern for this question. In San Francisco, CA, what happens? Fare-free public transit was projected to save 8.4 million per year in fare-free collection costs, but create a deficit of 72. I see cost adding, this is not a deficit. Total additional operating system. You see this number here? Okay. and here. So that makes the correct answer C. 20, it's the same idea, by the way. Oh, adding the following sentence based on, yes. Compare this sentence to what's being said in the graph. If this sentence here represents the same data in the graph, add it. If not, don't add it. And why? Pick the answer that explains what this sentence does. No يا علي.
وانا الاجابه بتاعتي
Is it Ali or Omar? 20.
انا
No يا عمر. So because you wrote 19 and 20 in the same message. Sorry. No يا عمر. Remember, it's about lane transiting you gain. Here. We are here. Sorry. We are here.
الشير سكرين اتقفل.
I'm not sharing screen.
يس.
Sorry. No يا عمر. Still no. Good يا عمر this time. Correct. طيب يا شباب, this graph seems to have a lot of information, a lot of data that might confuse you. No يا رودي. Correct answer is C. It does not support the argument that fair free systems cause a substantial loss for governments. The sentence says would lose only 5 million in fares if it instituted a fair free system. No projected yearly saving and cost of implementing a fair free system. It would not lose. It it certainly does. So 20 is C. Okay, we're almost there. Number 21 is very simple. Back to the easy questions. Correct يا علي. Correct يا رودي. No يا عمر. Are we talking about the future?
لسه هي جبت صح؟
Yes يا علي. Good job يا حبيبي. Yes يا عمر, this time correct. طيب شباب, first of all, what tense is being used here? You see this word? This word, all of these verbs are in the present simple. Yes, so I will not go for this or this. Now it leaves me with the subject verb agreement. I think it is this. Do not have, because I'm talking about college towns. college towns do not have to collect fares. So the correct answer is B. 22, please. $22 correct يا عمر. No يا علي. No يا أحمد. Sorry. Think again. Yes يا علي. طيب شباب, think of what the question is looking for. We need the best conclusion to the passage. The passage, is the passage in favor of fare-free public transportation or against it? Yani, is the writer providing benefits or good effects, or he's mentioning devastating problems and loss of costs and loss of budgets and stuff, devastating effect on budgets, which means he's totally against the fare-free idea. So what of these answers provides or summarizes the author's point of view? Correct here, Udain. Now, after what I said, I think the correct answer is D. Fare-free public transportation is not the answer. He doesn't want it to be applied or implemented. So the correct answer is D. Now, ya shabab, we are growing and getting more skillful with the EST and SAT and everything. I want you now to take 20 minutes. I'm leaving you for 20 minutes to answer questions from 23 to 44. The rest of the test from 23 to 44. I will be back in 20 minutes when you are all done. And if you finish before, let me know. But anyway, I will stop you after 20 minutes sharp. Okay? Ready?
20 minutes كتير شوية.
Too much? No, I'm talking about all of these questions, ya Omar. You're taking 2 passages. But if you finish before, let me know, please. Okay? Yalla, it's now 9:15. I will be back in 9:35. Yalla, good luck. Yes, time is up, everyone. Hello, can you hear me? Can everybody hear me, please? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Very
Yes,
good.
yes.
This means my mic has been fixed. Very good. Alhamdulillah. طيب يلا شباب. 23 is B. 24 is B. 25 is B as well. 26 D. 27.
Mister, can you start from the beginning because I was scrolling up?
Okay, حبيبي. 23 B. 24 B. 25 B. 26 D. 27 A. 28 D. 29 B. 30 D. 31 A. 32 D. 33 A. 34 A. 35 C. 36 D. 37 B. 38 D. 39 C. 40 C. 41 C. 42 A. 43 D. and 44 C. يلا شباب. Chat box to me the number of correct answers, please. Hopefully you've got them all right. Good, يا Ahmed. Very good, ما شاء الله. Anybody else? Habiba and Layla, please. Hello? You guys out or what? Layla, unfortunately. Good, يا علي. Udaina. Good, يا Rudy. Not bad. Still, you can do better. Omar? طيب. Okay. Okay. طيب يا شباب, do you need any explanation here? Let's go back to 22 first, or 23 actually. Yes, 23, 24. Do you have any problem here? Good, يا عمر, but still you can do better. Very good, يا رودي. ما شاء الله. طيب. Good, يا حبيبي. ما شاء الله عليك يا حبيبتي. ما شاء الله. طيب. Do you need any help with any question here? 23, 24. طيب. 25, 26, 27.
24.
24 and 25 is here, Ruday. Okay. طيب. 24 يا شباب. The question is asking you about this sentence. Why wouldn't they? Of course, this question logically comes after an action being offered. Like, for example, I can go to the cinema tomorrow. Why can't I? So where is the sentence that has this sense? Sentence 2 here. It says, yet eventually the vast majority of them traded film for megapixels. That's what they did. And why wouldn't they? They refers to plural, and this sentence has a plural subject. Yet eventually, the majority of, which is a plural word by sense. Okay, so the correct answer is B after sentence 2. That's 24. Okay, Ali? Okay. 25. This part here, or this sentence recommended for addition here, it's also labor intensive, involving several intricate steps. Type. We need to add this sentence here or not? Let's see. Wet plate photographers essentially create their own film. The process can be dangerous given that it requires the use of several volatile chemicals. To take a wet plate photograph, photographers usually first arrange to pose. It's also labor intensive, involving several intricate steps. It adds, ya shabab, an introduction to what's coming here. You see here, to take a wet plate photograph, photographers usually first arrange or pose their subjects, of course not it is, their subjects before mixing, collidation, blah, blah, blah. So what comes here is the steps that they do. It's labor intensive. They do a lot of work. Labor means work, effort, okay? And that's what happens here. What comes here is labor intensive. So I would add it because it introduces the ideas here. It sets up the photograph's outline of the process of wet plate photography. So B is the correct answer. 26, 27. 28, 29, 30.
28.
28. طيب. You have to get the sentence from the very beginning, as we usually say, starting from okay. Dried collodion is unusable. So once the photo is snapped with a massive tripod-mounted camera, the photographer has nominal minutes to develop it using more chemicals. Nominal or few, we have here a few minutes, we have a matter of type. What does the writer, what does the test maker ask you here? The writer wants to emphasize how quickly wet plate photographers have to work. How quickly, which means يعني in the shortest time. Mere, which means يدوب, just. It's like just, only. Mere minutes, يعني something that tells you this or indicates that this amount of time is very short. Mere minutes, only, just, simply. Because this sense here, what achieves the writer's or the author's target of indicating how quickly wet plate photographers have to work. 29 or 30? 31, 32, 33.
هو 30.
Okay. 30 is here. Okay. Right. Starting from here, yeah, Omar. Okay, in conclusion, it is located with lavender oil to give it a protective finish. Okay. Okay, type. Why do we use these brackets? To give it what? To give it a protective finish. There is no need for these two brackets. So, by the way, I don't accept A. Oil, I have here a dash that's not surrounded with other dash, which I don't even need. See, oil, to give it, I don't need all these commas here. They are unneeded. It should go smoothly like this. It is coated with lavender oil to give it a protective finish. D is the one that provides you with this smooth structure of sentence. 31, 32, 33.
32.
32 and 34. 32. A shifting arm or leg might even disappear because of the lengthy exposure time required. Okay, type. Here we're looking for the best structure, ya Omar. let's go from the very beginning here. Since the film requires long exposure, moving subjects blurred. Okay. Moving subjects blurred. Okay. A shifting arm or leg might even disappear because of the lengthy exposure time required. طيب. Don't you think that we have mentioned this sense before? Lengthy exposure time required. Okay, I think we played photos marvelously gained and detailed, even same step back dust. Okay. So this sentence is worthy. I mean, it repeats something. You see here, ya Omar? This part here. Film requires long exposure, which is exactly this. So this part here is repeated, so it's redundant. I would not accept A because it has redundancy. Type D, a shifting arm or leg might even disappear. I don't need this part because, as I told you, it is mentioned here, so it would be awkward or even redundant. D is the best structure here because every other sentence or every other answer has redundancy or even awkwardness. Incorrect use of vocabulary words. Okay, 33. Her subjects could be 19th century wave riders. Let's see what's required by the question here. The writer wants to highlight the contrast between Sternbach's techniques and the people, Sternbach's technique and the people Sternbach photographs and the people. Okay, which choice most effectively accomplishes this? Her subjects could be 19th century wave riders. Let's see from here, for example, to see whether there is a contradiction or not. Okay, Sternbach's photo series Ocean Details depict surging surfs, roiling waves, and the surfers who ride them. If not for the modern board shorts and bikinis they wear, Sternbach characterizes wet plate photographs as one part photography, one platform. Okay. Type. Her subjects would be 19th century wave riders. 19th century wave riders, which is not what the people are focused on here, which is not about her audience's taste here. You see here, prominent among contemporary wet plate photographers is Johnny Sternbach, whose work centers appropriately on water and people's relationship on it. Sternbach's photo series, Ocean Details, Sea Sky, and Surfland depict surging surfs, roiling waves, and the surfers who ride them. Her subjects would be 19th century wave riders, which is not of the current time. We are in the 21st century, and she's about the 19th century, which makes it contrast between Sternbach's techniques and the people Sternbach's photographs.
طب هي الإجابة مش بي ليه؟
Okay, the subject of her photo could be ordinary people. This is not, ordinary is not contrast, ya Omar, because the writer is asking you simply, or the test maker is asking you simply to show the sentence or the part of the sentence that shows the contrast between Sternbach's techniques and the people Sternbach's photographs, the people she takes photos of. Okay, if you say ordinary people, the people are ordinary. So it's not contrast, it's the same. Okay. Remember, this word here is the key word of the question. Type 34. I think Rudy has asked about 34 or 35. Okay, 34. Considering revising the underlined portion to the following. Type, where's the underlined portion? The underlined portion is only cities. He wishes to add all of these cities by excavating artifacts that have accumulated over centuries of land development. Type, do you need this part here, Rudy? Let's see here, starting from the very beginning to check whether this part is needed or not. In 2010, as construction crew began to tear up sidewalks in New York City South Street's seaport to replace a water pipe, Alyssa Luria and her team watched eagerly, picks and brushes in hand. Luria, an urban archaeologist, studies the history of cities by excavating artifacts that have accumulated over centuries. How does she study the history of cities? by doing so. Okay, it tells you, this sentence tells you what happens or how she works. Any New York City construction project using municipal funds is required to consider. So this is an introduction to what comes here, Rudy. By excavating artifacts that have accumulated over centuries of land development. This sentence sets up the rest of the passage by explaining what urban archaeologists do. This is exactly what happens here. It explains to you what they do. They do this, excavating artifacts that have accumulated over centuries of land development. So the correct answer is A for this reason. Clear? Okay, Habib. You're welcome. طيب, let's jump into 35, 36, 37. طيب. Look, ya Omar, you asked about 37. As the work continued, therefore, the team faced obstacles. طيب. Before this sentence, I have this here. It is our job to document and recover that history before it's lost, she said. Here, they are planning to work. Type, let's go to work. What happens? We faced obstacles. This is what we were not, this is not what we were expecting. So there's a contradiction here. That's why I'm choosing the word though, not therefore. We did not face obstacles because we started to work. We started to work, however, or though we had obstacles, we faced obstacles. So there's a sense of contradiction here. That's why I choose the word though, which is a linking word linking two contradictory sentences.
Why can't we say meanwhile?
Meanwhile, because it's not, look, ya Omar, what's mentioned here and what's mentioned here have a sense of contradiction. Meanwhile means two things happened at the same time. Okay, like you study, meanwhile I will prepare my lessons. Okay, but here you see they started to work. Luria anticipated that rich history lay beneath the pavement. This is something positive, ya Omar. She anticipated that a rich history lay beneath the pavement, something positive, and here something negative. They faced obstacles. Obstacles means troubles and challenges and difficulties. Okay, so there is a sense of contradiction here between positivity and negativity. That's why I go for though. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Habib. 38, 39. 40, 41, 42.
39.
39. Nobody's asking except for Omar. Somebody else here. Alhamdulillah. 37, 37, 38, 39. Okay. I explained 37 now. Now I go to 38. Tayyib. Here we go. Where do we start? Yes. The construction crew had to proceed one block at a time to avoid interrupting traffic. And the archaeology team's work was periodically halted by, I don't need any separation here. Halted by, it's like the prepositional phrase. I have the noun, preposition, and noun. So I cannot separate either of these three things. Halted by stormy weather. So I cannot separate either of these words because they are one structure on their own. Okay? And we usually don't use any punctuation before any preposition. And we have the word by here as a preposition. Halted by stormy weather. So 38 should be D. 39. Where do we start? Okay. Moreover, as archaeologists underground attempted to relay information to those at the surface, they had to contend with the noise of construction vehicles, car horns, and pedestrians' noise on the busy New York City. Right. Why is it pedestrians? First of all, there is no possession here. The noise is not possessed by the pedestrians. It's a kind of noise, not something owned by pedestrians. By the way, pedestrians means walkers, people who walk on the streets. We call them pedestrians. Okay? We have cars in the streets. We have pedestrians, people walking on their legs. طيب. So this noise here is a kind of noise, type of noise. What kind of noise? It's the pedestrian noise. Pedestrians, noise, not belonging to them. It's not owned by them. It's caused by them, not owned by them. So that's why I go for C. But why not B? The noise of pedestrians, that of pedestrians is يعني not the same structure of the other words. How? Let's see here. Car horns, construction vehicles, pedestrian noise. And sorry. I don't even need the word noise at all. The pedestrians themselves are the noise. People walking in the street cause like lively atmosphere. So we need here noun, and noun to achieve the parallelism. So it will go like this. The noise of construction vehicles, car horns, and pedestrians, because I have the word noise aslan here, so I don't need to repeat it. Okay, I don't need to repeat it at all. So that's why we go for pedestrians, C, as the concise answer for this question. 40, 41, 42. 40, okay, 41. We are here. As they cleaned and cataloged the artifacts, the archaeologists took stock of their findings. The team's discoveries provided a snapshot of the various kinds of construction materials that were used. Okay, what is the test maker asking us to do here? Most effectively sets up the example discussed in the following sentence. Here, Yarudi, we need to understand what the example provided or discussed in the following sentence is in order to pick the sentence that provides an introduction to this example. But let's see. Colonial era New Yorkers went to great lengths to secure fresh drinking water. Luria noted, given the effort involved in laying wooden pipes to bring in fresh water from surrounding areas. Type. This is about some people did something for a reason. Let's see what introduces this. The various kinds of construction materials that were used. Okay. No, it's not about how they did that. It's not about various kinds of construction materials. I see no construction material here. So this sentence does not introduce this. Let's see. Public utility planning and infrastructure development. That's what happens. You see, colonial era New Yorkers went to great length to secure fresh drinking water. That's municipality or infrastructure. Luria noted, given the effort involved in laying wooden pipes to bring in fresh water from surrounding areas, digging very deep wells, brewing alcohol to mask the water's salty taste, and even importing bottled water. All of these are development of infrastructure. That's what they did. So this sentence here introduces this example in this sentence. Okay? Right, 43, 44?
43.
43. طيب, let's go here. Through such discoveries, they tell the story of a city's history in a new way. Who are they, Omar? Do I have an antecedent here to understand that this word is referring to this particular noun? I don't see anything here to tell me what do you mean by the word they. So whenever I have a pronoun, remember guys, whenever I have a pronoun, I have to have an antecedent that this pronoun refers to. We, it's not we. Colonial era New Yorkers, urban archaeologists is the focus of our talk, Omar. So these are the people who tell the story of city's history in New York way. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. 44? Okay, let's see 44. Again, Yarudi, what's required here? The writer wants to conclude the passage with a quotation from Luria that illustrates the broad impact of her team's work. I need the sentence, Yarudi, that tells me or that shows, that illustrates the broad or the wide effect of her work. Where is the sentence that shows the effect of their work? Let's see the first sentence here. One of my favorite things is putting together someone's life. This is not an effect. It tells us about her favorite things. Let's see here. Finding the bits and pieces that were actually used by the people in the past makes New York City's history real. That's the effect. Makes, that's what happened. That's the impact or the effect of her work. What she did had this effect, and this is the answer to what the test maker is asking you to achieve. Clear? Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Okay, everyone. Now, I'm sorry, today we were having a lengthy session, but just because last time it was a bit light, so I wanted to make up for what we might have missed. Right. Starting from today, your homework will be a full test, ya shabab. I sent you 2 files today, if you remember. The first file, we did it together. Congratulations. Together today, we answered like 1.5 tests. We answered the homework and a full test together. Now I want you to do the homework for a whole test I sent you, which is copy 108, I guess. Yes, copy 108. So please do it all as homework, 44 questions, and we'll start with them next Sunday, inshallah. Does anyone have any question? Okay,
Thank you.
You're welcome, Habibi. Thank you very much. See you next Sunday, inshallah. Good luck, goodbye, and good night.